Are you not entertained? What a fight! What a warrior! Thank you!
And the new, congratulations.
Stoppage, that was a great stoppage.
A lot of people are saying, like, Moses, he started to blow a little bit. Did you see that he was maybe tiring, or did you feel like there was that consistency of intensity in his fight?
It's a fight. He found the shots. What can I say? Great prospect. Yeah.
What else, Frank? I think he's got to just let the dust settle. There's a lot of things happening in the next couple of months in the heavyweight division, and then we'll see. But, he's back.
Daniel Dubois isn't taking any time off after his intense battle with Fabio Wardley. While most fighters would focus on recovery, Dubois is already shifting his attention toward Moses Itauma, showing he's not interested in slowing down. That mindset says a lot about where he sees himself in the heavyweight division right now. In his eyes, he's stepping into a new era and wants the biggest young contenders immediately, signaling that he's aiming to stay at the very top of the heavyweight conversation.
Stan, before you go, do you want to see him fight Alexander Usyk again?
No, I want to see him fight this giant.
I don't mind fighting, but congratulations.
What do you think of the fight?
Daniel Dubois admitted the fight with Fabio Wardley was extremely tough and gave Wardley full credit for surviving a brutal war. But even after that, he stayed confident and hungry. Instead of taking time off, Dubois quickly turned his focus to Moses Itauma, saying the experience tested him, but proved he's still one of Britain's most dangerous heavyweights and ready for the next big challenge.
Took my shots and, God just tested me in that fight. I had to go through my inner battle after coming off the back of a loss. So I was a bit nervy in there, but what?
Moses Itauma said he was leaning toward Fabio Wardley to win their fight, mainly because he expected both fighters' heavy punching power to lead to an early finish. However, he stopped short of fully backing one side, keeping his prediction careful and neutral, which also hinted that he's watching the outcome closely as it could influence the direction of his own future in the heavyweight division.
Right, Moses, it's a big 50-50 tonight, but I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your prediction?
I think Fabio's going to win. I want him to win. And I think that's probably where my money's going to be. But more kind of selfishly because it puts me in a better position.
And rounds?
I think it's going to be an early fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an early fight. I think regardless, you can't have two big punches like that and not have an early fight,
And the question on everyone's lips is, are you fighting the winner?
I won't be fighting the winner, no. But if Fabio wins, it puts me in a better position.
Why won't you be fighting the winner?
I don't know how to properly media train to answer this question. I'm trying to give like a political answer, but I just don't have one. It's kind of things that you can't control outside the ring, and we've kind of got a plan if Fabio does win, which is tasty. So yeah, like I said, I'm very much rooting for Fabio.
Don Charles views the matchup as a tight and risky contest, where both fighters need to perfectly execute their strategies to come out on top. He also acknowledges the new wave of rising heavyweights, but still feels Daniel Dubois has the strength and ring presence to defeat most opponents when he's at his best.
If you put him in against Daniel Dubois?
Good question and hard question. Who brings and implements their game plan on the night? It will be a very tight fight. All the current live heavy who are coming through.
Daniel Dekakazora considers Daniel Dubois the clear favorite in the matchup, mainly due to his world champion experience and proven record at elite level. He adds that although Dubois can be inconsistent at times, his current standing in boxing still places him ahead of the younger challengers rising through the ranks.
Who do you think wins between Dubois and Itauma?
Right now, the favorites, Daniel is the world champion, so I think Daniel, yeah. But we know Itauma how he is. But the era of Ben Davis is down, fellas. Get it right.
Don Charles was left impressed after watching a brutal heavyweight clash, describing it as a true throwback fight where both fighters showed grit, heart, and toughness from beginning to end. In his view, neither side could really be called a loser, because the real winner was boxing itself, which delivered one of the most exciting heavyweight battles seen in recent memory.
My thoughts, I'm still trying to recover. I need my heart checked. Yeah, I'm getting old, you know, from all this excitement. Yeah, but basically, what was my thoughts? What a magical, epic fight between two warriors, two gladiators. There was no losers in there tonight, in my opinion. Boxing won. There was no losers in there. Yes, we're going home with the belt, but Fabio, I mean, they don't make. I said to him after, they don't make men like him anymore. They don't. Yeah, it's a throwback. It really is. And so is Daniel. And boxing won because for the neutrals, whoa, that lived up to expectations. In fact, more. It delivered more. Yeah? So, no.
Daniel Deca Cazorla praised Daniel Dubois for his toughness in the fight, noting how he absorbed heavy shots, but never backed down. He highlighted Dubois' refusal to quit and his ability to wear down Fabio Wardley through constant pressure, power, and persistence. Cazorla also advised that Dubois should focus on defending his title and carefully building his career rather than rushing into major fights too early.
Daniel Dubois and that.
Daniel was fucking amazing. He was getting hit, but he was not quitting. He didn't have to quit in his eyes this day. You can see we wanted to win the fight. And he just fucking body gumpshot, carried on, mushed Fabio down, mushed him, and then at the end, he got his man.
Do you think he gets a third fight with Usyk?
No, I don't want to see him in the third fight with Usyk. I want him to defend the title, make some money, defend it, and then fight Usyk.
By Itauma?
No, I don't want to see him with no Itauma.
Who do you think wins between Dubois and Itauma?
Right now, the favorite is Daniel is the world champion, so I think Daniel, yeah. But we know Itauma.
Fraser Clark described Daniel Dubois as a true warrior in a brutal heavyweight fight that was more about heart than perfect technique. He noted that while it wasn't the cleanest performance, it still delivered everything fans expect: intensity, blood, and high drama. Clark also added that Dubois has clearly grown from difficult moments like being knocked down, and those lessons are now making him an even more dangerous fighter going forward.
He's going to come out fast there, but Daniel recovered well. He's learned. He's learned from his knockdowns and stuff before. He's learned a lot, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's done well for him.
Put him over, Dubois got back up. Dubois was nervous as anything. Felt bad for him in the first round. He was really jittery. Fabio probably really, looking back, I should have just jumped all over him, because Dubois, as great as Dubois is, and he's a fantastic fighter. On top, he's probably the best heavyweight in the world on top. You know, Usyk befuddled him, and you know he can get beat Dubois because he's a real enigma, to be honest. I'm a big fan of him, but he's there. He's just.
Daniel Deca Cazorla raised serious concerns about the amount of punishment taken during the fight, suggesting that the damage had reached a point where the referee should have intervened earlier. He emphasized the visible injuries and overall danger more than the competitiveness of the bout, highlighting the importance of fighter safety in such a brutal heavyweight exchange.
And the fight was stopped in round 10 because his nose was bleeding so badly.
What's next for them? I'm hearing a rematch calls. If not, who do you want to see him fight?
Nobody wants to see the rematch.
It was just incredible. I couldn't believe what I was watching at times there. I mean, listen, it was all going wrong at the start, wasn't it? When Fabio put him down a couple of times, but Daniel showed the heart of a lion in there, got it together, got behind his jab, and really started busting Fabio up. And by the way, Fabio Wardley is one hard bastard. My God, what a hard man. So is Daniel Dubois. Two very, very tough, strong men going at it for the world heavyweight title.
Dominic Engel broke down the heavyweight clash as a rare mix of brutality and quality, praising both Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois for the heart they showed throughout. He highlighted Wardley's refusal to quit under heavy punishment, while also noting Dubois' composure under pressure. Even as fatigue built, Dubois stayed disciplined, adjusted smartly, and took control in the later rounds. Engel described it as a physical and mental war, where both fighters kept digging deep, calling it one of the most memorable heavyweight fights he has ever seen.
I'll tell you what, it's one of the best fights I've ever seen. One of the best fights. fair play to Fabio Wardley. What a hard man he is. He didn't want to quit. His corner didn't pull him out. And Daniel Dubois kept his composure. He kept his composure, stuck to the plan. He started to get a bit tired himself. He realised that Wardley has still got something in the tank. He kept pulling it out of the bag. He looked dead on his feet. But what?
Daniel Deca Cazorla explained how Daniel Dubois flipped the fight after early trouble, recovering from a first-round knockdown by staying composed, trusting his power, and gradually taking control as the rounds progressed. He also critiqued Fabio Wardley for a lack of consistent jab work and technical structure. In Cazorla's view, Dubois showed the mindset of a true champion by handling pressure, adapting mid-fight, and proving why he belongs among the top heavyweights.
I dropped in the first round, and I said, he's winning the fight. Everybody around me looked at me like, what? I'm like, he's winning the fight. And then guess what he did? He fucking won the fight. He just bit bodies, gumshoe, and carried on.
What about that first knockdown? What did he do with Fabio Wardley?
Fabio was not ready for boxing. He was no jab, nothing, looking for power shots. It's like he didn't train. He was busy commentating. Little bastard. He was supposed to fucking train in the gym. How many jabs did Fabio chuck? Less jabs. He didn't chuck no jabs. He didn't do anything we've seen before. You know, and today, Sam Smith was right. He goes, you're only a world champion.
Daniel Dubois reflected on what it takes to survive at elite heavyweight level, explaining how tough moments force a fighter to dig deeper mentally. He admitted that pressure and setbacks act like a wake-up call, pushing him into a sharper, more focused mindset where he can reset and regain control of the fight. His comments highlight a fighter who understands that power alone isn't enough, and that mental strength and resilience are just as crucial at the top level of boxing.